getting a little cotarded in here. I'm getting a little cotarded, okay? Alright. Let's get nice and cotarded, everyone. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We're getting cotarded. Okay. We're getting a little cotarded in here, everyone. You don't even know what cotarded means, okay? Neither did I, that's why I spelled it with a K. We don't even know what cotarded means. Look here, buddy. Look here. Alright, man? I didn't get all cotarded and take up the mantle of involuntary celibate prophet in LDN's absence for my own health, okay? I've got small shoes to fill. Alright? And I've got a boulder to push uphill. And I have tiny sandals to fill. You don't even know what cotarded is. I'm talking about dead. Okay, Pele. You don't know who Pele is? This guy? Pele. That's Pele. I'm over there. That's my character over there. That's Pele over there. Pele's cotarded. Do you know what cotarded means? Okay, that means when Pele was a little boy, the bullies in the Netherlands or some shit beat him so bad that he went cotarded, okay? They beat him so bad that his spleen burst and he went cotarded. And what that means is that he thinks he's dead. That's why his name, once he joined the band Mayhem, was Dead, okay? He used to bury himself, or his clothes, he used to bury his clothes so they'd smell dead, because they beat him so bad when he was a kid that he went cotarded, okay? And I'm cotarded, and that is why we're stopping people that use VR chat in Thrill of the Fight 2. That's why I'm the best Thrill of the Fight 2 VR boxer in the world, is because Pele's cotarded, and I'm cotarded by proxy. I have cotardism by proxy because they beat Cotard here so bad that his spleen burst. The bullies, when he was a kid, they beat him so bad that his spleen burst and he became cotarded. Okay? That's what happened. That's what happened to Pele of the band Mayhem. His stage name was Dead because he thought he was dead because he's cotarded. He's cotarded, and that's why he thought he was dead. And now I have cotard. Now I'm cotarded by proxy. That's how that works. We're all getting cotarded in here. All right, keep up with the program. All right, I have small shoes to fill in LDN's absence. I'm pushing a boulder uphill, and now I'm cotarded. Now I'm all fucking cotarded on top of it. You don't even understand what I'm going through. Alright? None of you play GTA 4 because you're not cotarded like me. But if you were cotarded and you completed GTA 4 back in 2007, which is what cotarded people did on the Xbox 360, back in like 2007 when everything sucked, all the cotards were playing GTA 4, and we were like, what the fuck is a DLC? because we were Cotarded, so we didn't know what the fuck a DLC was, and we were like, "Are you fucking me, Bill Gates? Bill Gates, are you fucking me? It's a DLC." And then the DLC was called The Lost and the Damned, and then all of us Cotards had to watch Johnny Klebitz fill the small shoes once he started teaming up with the Chinese and they put him in prison. You see, the Chinese people put Billy, or whatever the fuck his name was, in prison, and then Johnny Klebitz had to fill the small shoes that Bill left after he betrayed everyone, after he betrayed the United States and started working with the Chinese. Okay? So Johnny was our Cotarded, our self-insert. He was our Cotarded self-insert. And we had to watch him try to fill the tiny shoes of running the biker gang chapter in New York after Billy, or whatever the fuck, went back to jail after he teamed up with the Chinese, which was a bad move back in 2007. If you were an American man, from our Cotarded perspective, it was a bad thing that Billy did by betraying the United States biker gang chapter to work with the Chinese. That was a big deal back in the Cotarded world of 2007. Okay, I'm trying to fill you in as to what a young boy had to go through that witnessed 2001 and everything that happened in that year. So, from the Cotard's perspective, from a Cotardian perspective, Billy, or whatever the fuck his name was, betrayed not only the New York biker gang chapter, but he betrayed the United States, and he betrayed all of us little Cotards out there. And then everything got progressively worse from there. And then GTA 5 came out, and then we were all like, it's totally over. All right, by the time GTA 5 came out, we were all like, it's so over. All of us little Cotards out there that had blossomed into fully grown Cotards. We went through Cotardosis. And by the time GTA 5 came out, we were like, it's never been this over. And then they never released the Agent Trevor DLC that was supposed to come out. They never released the single player GTA 5 DLC. And at that point, I'm like, you're fucking with me. Because back in 2007, I didn't even know what the fuck a DLC was. They never released the single player GTA 5 DLC. And that's when we had come full circle. And I was certain that they were fucking with me. Once they didn't release the single player DLC for GTA 5, I was certain that they were fucking with me, because then they just wanted me to give them money to buy shit in GTA Online, and GTA Online fucking sucks. The only way to play it is to play like GTA 5 Online RP servers, and that also sucks. So when they never released the single player GTA 5 DLC, I was certain we had come full circle, and I was certain that they were fucking with me. They being Rockstar. I was absolutely positive that they were, because at first I didn't even know what the fuck a DLC was, and then they didn't release it for GTA 5. I hope you're paying attention. So basically, it's hard out here for a cotard. Trying to get this money to pay off my medical loans. I don't have fucking insurance. I don't have insurance. I have medical loans. Because I'm cotarded. The reason I don't have insurance, but I do have medical loans, is because I'm cotarded. I'm cotarded and shit. I'm all cotarded and shit. And that's why I have medical loans instead of insurance in the United States. And I'm poor. I hope you're taking notes about why I have medical loans instead of insurance in the United States. It's because I'm cotarded and shit. I'm all fucking cotarded and shit. And that's why I have medical loans. Yeah, I think she wants the cotard wiener. I think Victoria J secretly likes cotard wiener. Victoria J is one of those North American eugenicist females. Well, number one actually, if you're in the United States and you distinguish yourself as Korean instead of a United States citizen, you're cotarded and shit. Because why the fuck are you in the United States if you want to identify by your ethnicity instead of your citizenship? Like, who do you fucking work for? Who do you fucking work for? House N-word. If you're in the United States and you identify as your, like, fucking, as your parents' fucking home country or some shit like that, you're fucking cotarded and shit. And who do you even work for? Like, who do you even fucking work for? If you live in the United States and you identify as, like, the flag, if you identify as the flag of, like, your great-grandfather or some shit like that, you're all cotarded and shit. And I don't even know what you're up to or who you work for. But on top of that, the United States is all cotarded and shit. So, like, I don't even trust their metrics. I don't even trust the statistical reporting of the United States. We're probably, like, the best at math, and they just don't want us to know it. We're probably, like, super good at math and shit, and they probably, like, burgle everyone that's good at math when they're in, like, the second grade and move them to the cheese caves underground and shit like that. And that's probably why we're all cotarded and shit up here, is because they probably, like, burgle everyone that's really good at math in the United States when they're in, like, the second grade by offering them, like, Neapolitan ice cream cups or something like that. And then people in fez hats probably throw them in the cheese caves underground. And that's probably why we're all cotarded and shit up here. It's because everyone that's good at math and shit in the United States is probably living underground in the cheese caves, doing math on fucking cheese wheels and shit. And then Elon Musk is up here being all cotarded and shit. Talking about his patent walrus move and shit. That's probably why they tell us that we're not good at math. I don't know, I use a calculator. Math is for my AI. If I want to know how to do math, I'll ask my AI. It's like my Pokedex. I'm like, Jarvis, do ERP with me. Then my AI pretends to be fucking that chick named Reagan from that fucking cartoon on Netflix where she's like a female, fucking, the one about the deep state and shit. Fucking, you know what I'm talking about. It's what I make Microsoft Copilot do. Because none of these women want to sit on my wiener and shit. I'm the best VR boxer in the world. It's what I am. I'm the best VR boxer in the world. That's what I am. How about you do that math? Why don't you do that math? How do you witness me hack a fucking VR headset that I'm wearing? No, hold on. How do you witness me quote unquote hack? I own the fucker. Why would I have to hack it? Hold on. I own the motherfucker. Why would I have to hack it? But on top of it, how did you witness me hack? How did you witness me hack a VR headset that I'm actively wearing and using and fucking streaming from? I'm literally the best VR boxer in the world. Koreans are bad at math. It's official. Koreans can't do math because they think I'm not the best VR boxer in the world. See, that's how I know that all of our mathematicians are living in the cheese caves. All of the good United States mathematicians are living in the cheese caves. And you Koreans aren't good at math. That's why you think I'm not the best VR boxer in the world when it's self-evident that I'm the best VR boxer in the world. And that's why the bigoted women like Victoria J are seething, is because I'm the best VR boxer in the world. and it's self-evident, and that proves that Koreans are bad at math because they doubt fact. North Korea has witnessed the best VR boxer in the world in action. Okay? North Korea is better off mail ordering me a bride than they are pretending that they are good at math when they doubt my world-class skill at VR boxing. Alright, North Korea is better off mail ordering me a bride to sit on my wiener than they are trying to doubt that I'm statistically the best VR boxer in the world. You saw the best VR boxer in the world. That's what you saw. The only thing you saw was the best VR boxer in the world. And North Korea is better off mail ordering me a bride than they are pretending that I'm not the best VR boxer in the world. One whom will sit on my wiener and help me survive and raise my children for me. If I did, I wouldn't deny it. I would probably get more views if I started habitually picking my nose and eating it right now in front of everyone than I would talking about fact. Because there's nothing that angers you eugenicist women in North America more than hearing that a pale US-born man is the best VR boxer in the world. But that's the fact of the matter. And that's why North Korea is better off sending me a mail-order bride than they are pretending that they checked the math and determined that I'm not the best VR boxer in the world. Because that would be denying fact. And that would mean that North Koreans, in fact, are not good at math at all because they deny reality. I am pale and the best VR boxer in the world, and I was born in the United States. And that is why North Korea is better off sending me a mail-order bride than they are pretending that they're good at math when they claim that they have checked the statistics and determined that I'm not the best VR boxer in the world, because that would be a lie. What do you mean? I could feed a North Korean woman better than North Korea could, and I'm poor, okay? I'm fucking poor, and I could feed a North Korean woman better than North Korea could. If I gave a North Korean woman half a can of fucking Campbell's chicken noodle soup as a meal, I'd be feeding a North Korean woman better than North Korea does. Neither can North Koreans. That's why they are communists. You fucking imbecile. I know the best of VR boxing would be me, a pale man that was born in the United States. And that's why you eugenicist North American women are seething. It's because I'm employed and the best VR boxer in the world. And none of you are. Just me, because it's an individual combat sport, not a team sport like what you like to spectate. You just love you some team sports. There's nothing you love more than team sports. You're all about spectating team sports. You're a team sports spectator. You probably pay to go to stadiums and spectate team sports. You probably base your eugenicist North American female worldviews off of the performance of team sports, team athletes. You're all about team sports. You probably love to sit down and watch team sports. You probably got a favorite team that does team sports. And you probably love to represent your team sport team. But me, I'm the best in the world at an individual sport. Guess what? Do this math. I make more money than North Koreans. Oh. Not the communist. I'm poor and I make more money than North Koreans. Why don't you do that math? Do that math a little bit. Why don't you do that math for a little bit? The best VR boxer in the world told you so. Your math is wrong. You want to know how your math is wrong? Because there's less Koreans than there are United States citizens. And there's a bunch of Koreans that moved to the United States. They're not having a good enough life to have sex either. Whoops. Your average Korean isn't having a good enough life to get a Korean woman to sit on his wiener. Womp womp. Did you do the math on that? Did you do the math on why Koreans' lives aren't good enough to get a Korean woman to sit on a Korean man's wiener? Why is that not happening if the life is so great? I'm pretty sure that's part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm pretty sure if you're a Korean man, a Korean woman sitting on your wiener is part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever the fuck. So did you do the math on why that's not happening if they're having a better life than me? Why is that not happening? Did you do the math on that? Something's not adding up. Pretty sure that's a requirement for happiness. No, their birth rate collapse is the math I'm using to debunk your math. So your math isn't adding up. Perhaps there is some malicious funding behind your math that's causing you to walk around telling people lies. Maybe there's some malicious funding that's behind the math, that's behind your lies. But my math is coming from reality. And the math that people are observing from reality is saying that Korean women aren't sitting on Korean men's wieners. So they're not having a better life than me. So my best guess is someone malicious funded the math you're using, and that's why you're walking around telling people lies. But the math that I'm using, that reality is based on, coming from a pale U.S. man's mouth, by the way, is saying that Korean women aren't sitting on Korean men's wieners. So their life actually isn't better than mine. Looks like U.S. men are better than Koreans at math after all. Guess our mathematicians are living in the cheese caves. Better luck next time. Yeah, the one that debunked your lies. The one where you tried to say that Korean men are living a better life than U.S. men. But in actuality, Korean women aren't sitting on Korean men's wieners. So there's probably less Korean men than there are transgender men in the world, and Korean men look like transgender men, so it's pretty much over for Korean men, is basically the fact of the matter. Because Korean women aren't sitting on Korean men's wieners, and that probably has to do with the fact that Korean men look like transgender men. It's probably got something to do with it. You should do the math on that. You should sit there and do the math on that for a little bit. I'd know something about math. I'm the best VR boxer in the world. Something that Koreans aren't. See, I'm not an American. I was born in the United States, and I'm pale. So, I'm not an American. I live in North America, in the country of the United States, and I'm pale, and I was born in the United States, but I'm not American. So you need to do the math on that. You need to do the math on what an American is. And once you get back to me on what does an American look like? Where was an American? Where do Americans come from? Where do Americans come from? Do the math on that and tell me what an American looks like and where they come from. Because I was born in a North American country called the United States, and I'm pale. I'm not a pale American. I am a pale US-born man from a country in North America. I don't know what an American is. What does an American look like? I call them a United States citizen. I don't call them an American. That's retarded. Okay? And I'm cotarded. And I'm telling you that's regarded. I call a United States citizen a United States citizen. I don't call them an American. What the fuck's an American? What does an American look like? An American doesn't look like Kash Patel. Kash Patel looks like he came from a collection of nonsense. And that's what the United States is. The United States is a land of fucking nonsense where they don't even have a fucking identity. Okay? What is it? They don't look like Kash Patel. Kash Patel looks like he came from a land where just anyone can show up there and claim they've been there for. That's what Kash Patel looks like. Kash Patel looks like he came from a country that has no fucking identity. That's what a United States citizen looks like. Is someone that comes from a land that has no identity. That's what the United States is. Okay? But I don't know what the fucking American is, and Kash Patel doesn't look like a fucking American. What the fuck does an American look like? Tell me what an American looks like. Tell me what Kash Patel and Victoria J have in common. Tell me what Kash Patel and Victoria J have in common. They're not fucking Americans. They live in countries in North America. Okay? Kash Patel and Victoria J live in countries in North America. If you call them American, you're fucking regarded. If you call Kash Patel and Victoria J Americans, you're fucking regarded. They live in countries in North America. What the fuck do Kash Patel, what does Kash Patel have in common with Victoria J? Tell me what Kash Patel has in common with Victoria J that would make you say that they're Americans. Tell me what they have in common. Their militaries are allies with each other? Is that what they have in common? What does Victoria J and Kash Patel have in common to where you would call them Americans? What shared identity and culture do they have? Please tell me to where you would call them Americans. They live in countries in North America that don't have identities on top of it because they're not homogenous nations or cultures. They're a collection of bullshit, okay? Victoria J and Kash Patel live in countries that are collections of bullshit, but they're not fucking Americans. That's nonsense. That is a nonsense notion. There is no shared identity or culture between Kash Patel and Victoria J. You literal regard. You window-licking regard. They have zero things in common. They don't share a people, a culture, a flag, to where you would call them Americans. They have fuck all in common to where you would call them Americans. That's a fucking bullshit notion. That's a bullshit notion. Then how did Kash, director of the FBI, if I'm what an American looks like? You literal fucking window licker. My people aren't even from this land. You fucking window licker. You literal goddamn window licker. I don't look like a fucking American. I'm a pale United States citizen, and my people aren't even from this collection of bullshit, you fucking window licker. I have fuck all in common with this place. I have fuck all in common with this collection of bullshit that you pretend is a fucking people. I have nothing in common with this collection of bullshit that you try to pass off as a fucking people. Okay? If you want to claim this is a collection of cultures that are distinguished from each other, then I have absolutely no fucking connection to this land in any way, shape, or form, or this collection of bullshit that you slapped a fucking flag on top of that you try to pass off as a people. So don't call me a fucking American. Don't call me a goddamn American like I have anything in common with someone from fucking Honduras. What the fuck do I have in common with someone from Honduras? Okay? I don't have anything in common with someone from fucking Honduras. So don't call me a fucking American. I have nothing in common with someone from Honduras. What do I have in common with someone from Peru? I have fucking nothing in common with someone from Peru. I have nothing in common with someone from fucking Honduras, and I have nothing in common with someone from the fucking Panama Canal. So don't call me a fucking American like we're all one people or something. You stupid fucking window licker. You look like you're a fucking regard. And I'm telling you this as a cotard. I'm telling you this as someone that's cotarded. You look like a fucking regard saying that. Okay? Every time you goddamn Discord diddlers come here and go, you look like you want to cry. You sound like you're gonna cry. He's crying. Look at him, he's crying. You sound like you're gonna cry. You look like you're gonna cry. You sound fucking regarded. You sound like a literal window licker that can't distinguish facial expressions. You sound like a goddamn window licker that can't distinguish facial expressions. Okay? You sound like when you're having sex with your girlfriend, you can't tell if she's actually orgasming or if she's faking an orgasm or not. You goddamn regard. Oh wait, you've never touched a woman in your life because you're a fucking window licker, and that's why you can't distinguish facial expressions, you fucking window licker. How regarded do you have to be to look at someone's face and not be able to tell their actual facial expression? You look like you're gonna cry. How many times have you said that and nothing's happened? You've been saying that for about 3 years now. You think I forgot when you used to do that in Discord voice chats that I was in? Like I haven't been in a Discord voice chat with you before, but I've been in a Discord voice chat with you fucking window lickers, and I know that you do this to everyone. You think I don't know where you came from? You fucking window lickers do this to everyone because you don't have an original thought in your cult mind. Okay? You don't have an original thought in your satanic Discord P-Diddler mind where you sit there and groom children and you collect blackmail material on people and you think people are too stupid to put two and two together. But guess what? You sound like an autistic window licker when you sit there and go, you look like you're gonna cry. Because you know what a symptom of autism is? Not being able to understand emotions, you fucking window licker. And I'm telling you this as someone that's cotarded. Every time you go, you look like you're gonna cry, and then the person doesn't cry, all we know is that you're a window licker, and that you're mad, and that you're trying to harm someone. That's all that's a symptom of, is that you're a window licker, you're mad, you can't distinguish facial expressions, and you're trying to harm people. You want to know how I know that you're trying to harm people? Because you wouldn't be looking for that facial expression in someone if you weren't actively trying to harm people everywhere you go, you literal Discord diddlers. You think I forgot when you used to do this in Discord voice chats? Hey, how does it feel to know that you failed to unalive me? How does it feel to know that you failed to unalive me? Gonna cry, bitch? Gonna cry, bitch? How does it feel to know that you failed to unalive me, you autistic Discord P diddler? Hey, try not to use the same pictures and jokes everywhere you go, you autistic P diddler. If you're trying to distinguish your sock accounts, if you're trying to hide the fact that it's not you by having accounts with different names, you need to not use the same pictures. You need to not use the same GIFs. You need to stop typing in an accent. You type in an accent everywhere you fucking go, you literal autistic window licker. You type in an accent everywhere you go, you literal autistic window licker. How does it feel to know that someone that's cotarded can figure out that it's you because you use the same jokes, the same GIFs, you type in the same accent, you use the same goddamn fucking jokes year after year after year? It's very pathetic to know that I can pick you out of a crowd because you're that predictable. It's a little pathetic, isn't it, that I can pick you out of a crowd because you're that repetitive and you're that predictable. I can literally pick you out of a crowd. You look like you're gonna cry. You look like you're gonna cry. Why do you say that I do shit that's schoolyard when your insults are literally schoolyard? You autistic window licker. How are you gonna say that I do shit that's schoolyard when your jokes are schoolyard? You not capable of typing in an accent autistic window licker that can't tell facial expressions? Literal autistic window licker. How does it feel to know that someone that's cotarded can make you feel like the autistic window licker you are? I know I beat you in VR boxing too. I know I beat you in VR boxing too. You want to know how I know I beat you in VR boxing? You want to know how I know I beat you in VR boxing? Because you can't not use the word Carter in your username. Oh. You can't not use the word Carter in your username. Oh. Oh. You can't not use the word Carter in your username even on a VR headset. Oh. I'm fucking cotarded, and I can pick you out of a crowd. I beat you in VR boxing. That's why you're so mad that I'm the best VR boxer in the world too. I fucking beat you in VR boxing, you fucking regards. You can't not use the word Carter in your usernames. You can't not use the word Carter in your username. You can't not use the word Carter in your usernames. You can't not use the word Carter in your usernames. I'm the best VR boxer in the world. No one's beat me. I'm the best VR boxer in the world. I'll beat you in real life on top of it too. All of you are too pussy to spar me in boxing in real life. Pussy. No, you didn't. No one's beat me in VR boxing. No one's beat me in VR boxing. 0 people. 0 people have beat me in VR boxing. 0. Literally zero. That's why I'm the best in the world. Nope. No one sparred me in real life, I would have streamed it. You're all too pussy to spar me. You're too pussy to spar someone that's cotarded. Look at how much you've typed, and you're too pussy to spar me, because you don't stand for anything. All of your opinions, you don't stand for them. That's why you're too pussy to spar me. My 340 wins say that I've beaten everyone that I've ever gone against, including Jen. Including the person that has like 300 wins aside from me. I've beat them. I've beat you. There's no one that I've gone against that I haven't 2 out of 3'd. There's no one that I've gone against that I haven't 2 out of 3'd. So I've beaten everyone that I've ever gone against. I've beaten everyone that I've gone against, and no one with the name Carter has beaten me once. None of you Carterverse losers have beat me once. Every single one of you Carterverse losers lost, and you taunted while you were losing because you couldn't even tell who was winning on the scorecard. You Carterverse losers couldn't even tell who was winning on the scorecard, and you think you're so tough that you think you don't have to take steps in a boxing match, and that's why you lost. On top of the fact that you were cheating and I beat you, you Carterverse losers think you're such tough guys that you think you don't have to take steps in a boxing match because you're fucking regarded. So you didn't even win a round, and you were taunting while you were losing because you can't tell who's winning on a scorecard because you're fucking regarded.